another video featuring Dr. Mukesh Kumar and I. And today we'll be speaking on US FDA vaping regulations. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very well. How are you, Ali?
I'm doing great. So my first question for you is, what are the current FDA regulations and restrictions on vaping products?
Several. FDA considers vaping products are regulated by FDA, which means any new vape product must be approved by FDA, which means the manufacturers of vape products have to submit a very detailed application to FDA. This application contains a lot of information about the toxicity, about the addictability, about the use preference of the users for these studies. So there's a very large application that goes to FDA in support of it, and FDA reviews it, and then they decide if they want to approve it or not. There are several limitations on how this product can be made, how they can be marketed, what they can contain, what kind of testing must be done to know that they are safe. So there is a lot of work that one needs to put into, and there are a few vape products that have been able to get FDA approval. So it's a very strictly regulated product. It's treated like cigarettes. Actually, I would say it's treated even more strictly than cigarettes, because cigarettes do not need to get approval from FDA. Vape products do. So in that regards, vape actually is regulated even more stringently than cigarettes do, or cigars do, for example. So so it's very, very highly regulated by the FDA.
Wow, okay. And how does the FDA monitor the safety of vape products, especially if they're produced internationally?
Well, international products coming here is not a new thing. We have a lot of drugs that come from international sources and brought over here. So the rules for selling any product in the US are same, whether they are made in the US or outside. And actually, we have a long history of importing pretty much everything in this country and selling. So that's not a concern in terms of FDA's regulation of it, because FDA can always decide which products will stay in the market and which not. FDA does it by virtue of review of the supporting information for these applications, just like it would do for a drug or any other product.
Okay.
So there are no new rules for outside US. People can bring it. So if I go travel abroad and I buy something from outside and bring it, that's not regulated. The only regulation is on companies exporting to US and selling it. So if somebody travels somewhere and brings a bunch of vape products with them, that's for personal use. That's not regulated.
Sure. Okay, that makes more sense. Why did the FDA make the decision to ban specific flavors of vape products?
Because specific flavors were associated with children using these vape products. Vape products, when they originally came out, they had several flavors that were specifically designed for younger users, so get people started. There were bubblegum flavor, there was candy flavors, all kinds of candy flavor, chocolate flavor. So all those flavors were designed to bring in younger people to smoke it. But at the same time, if you're trying to prevent younger people from vaping, that's the first thing you want to do. You want to remove the things that attracts it for them. And actually, vape is considered as the gateway to cigarette smoking. The FDA and US government in general, the US politicians in general, have taken a very conservative approach to vaping, which could be debated on both sides. On one side, we are treating vape products stricter than cigarettes. We are thinking vape products are a gateway to cigarettes. The irony is, vape products were originally invented to get around cigarettes, because people did not like smoking, so people wanted to quit smoking, and vaping was invented as a way to help people quit smoking. And actually, still, vaping in many countries is considered a smoke cessation product, because unlike smoke, which is tar and which has a lot of other things in it, vape doesn't have it. Vape has control product. We know exactly what's in the vape. Okay, we don't know what's in a cigarette. Okay, or to more extent we don't. So for that reason, the US government has taken an approach where they consider vape to be more risky than cigarette. They think people are going to smoke more if they're vaping. So, and again, there is no study done on it. There are no data on it. It's all perspective. It's like, okay, it's my opinion that matters. There have not been many studies done to actually look at it. There are studies on both sides. There are studies done where people have seen that vaping led to smoke cessation, and there are also studies that vaping led to addiction. There are both kind of studies being done. So I think the US government has decided to take a more conservative approach, and FDA is regulating it that way, and there are laws passed to regulate it. And we have to live with that environment. I do believe that it needs more common sense approach
Mhm.
than a bookish approach.
Sure.
But again, I'm not the one making those rules. I
Right.
only follow them.
Right. Well, thank you so much for speaking with me today.
Thank you, Ellie.